Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Jointly Speaking. I'm Barbara, your host. It's October. Can you believe it? I can't believe this year has gone by so fast, honestly. But today, I was trying to think, October. I am evidently bored or something, I don't know, but I've got to have something to do. So it's Halloween. So let's input a little bit of Halloween today, and then we'll talk about some other things as well. But I wanted to tell you about a craft I went to the other day, a craft uh, room, and was amazed. They made a kitty cat. Everybody made kitty cats. And they made them out of a 6-inch plastic bottle with a screw on cap. You want to be sure you have a screw on cap for it because you have to put the head on top of it. But it was just a white plastic bottle. They put some marbles inside it, or plastic things, to keep it so it would be weighted down. You know, you could put anything in it, actually. You could probably put sand in it to keep it weight the bottle so it would stand up straight, without falling over or anything. And then they screwed the cap on, and then they took a small, very tiny ball of yarn. She had rolled it up, basically just rolled the yarn up and made a ball out of it, big enough to make a cat's head. She sat that on top of the bottle. And then she took a black ankle sock or some kind of a sock, and she started from the top and pulled the sock on over the cup. So in other words, the opening in the sock is at the bottom when you get done. But she pulled the sock down over the head, down over the body, all the way down. And when you got to the bottom, she pulled it real tight and slid it out to the side. I found this was amazing to me. I never would have thought of this. And then she took a pipe cleaner, and with the piece that she pulled out to the side, she twisted it and rolled it so it looked like the tail. And then she wrapped it with a piece of Velcro, black Velcro, to hold it in place. And then you have a tail. And that's all it took. She had made little hats with black and green Velcro on them. And we did that. We had eyes, and you had a mustache. And there was a ribbon to tie around the neck for a bow. And what she did is she just gently tied it at the bottom of the yarn, where the yarn meets the top of the bottle. Not hard, just comfortably, and she tied it there. And then above that, you had your whiskers. You could put any color whiskers you wanted, and the eyes, and the hat. And then what she did, which I thought was very interesting, she made slits in the hat so that the ears would fit up in it, because otherwise your ears would look funny if they were sticking out the side of the hat. So she put part of the ear in. She just made a flat ear. It was just a triangle. Think of it as a triangle piece of felt. And she slid one side of it into the slit and glued it. And then she put a little piece of yellow for the internal part of the ear in, so that you could see the difference. But it was the simplest thing and the cutest darn thing. I know I'm probably not explaining it as good as I could to you, uh, or can, but it was the cutest darn thing I'd ever seen. Anyway, I have one. I have it sitting next to my TV here for the month of October. I have a lime green ribbon on her neck, a black cat, and she's got black ears with a little yellow inner ear, and then of course her eyes. Her mustache is purple, and and then the hat. But it was the simplest thing I'd ever seen. I could make another one very easily, if I had the materials. But I found this very fun to do. And if you have kids, maybe you can do something like that for Halloween, and they can keep it and have it as a memento so that they know they did something good. I think that's wonderful. I think that's the only way to go. But I just wanted to tell you about it because I was so excited and I thought it looked great. But, back to jointly speaking. Anyway, well, today a lot of things have been going on. The fall is coming, things are happening. Uh, I hope everybody has gotten their annual physical taken. If you haven't, please, when you go to the doctor, make sure you have your medicine written down. Make sure you've written down any problems that you're having. Any pain or discomfort, anything that you're having, so that when you go to the doctor, you don't forget it and you can talk to them about it. One thing I usually tell people is if it lasts more than 2 weeks, then the doctor definitely wants to hear about it. If it only lasts a week and it's gone by the time you go to them, you don't need to tell them. But you really should talk to him if you have pain for more than, or discomfort, stomach aches, whatever, anything for more than, over 2 weeks. I find a 2 week barrier on pain is my limit. Once it gets 2 weeks, I know it's time to see the doctor. And that's something that you want to do. You want to be aware of it and take care of it before it gets worse or becomes a major problem. And that's what you want to relate to. You don't want to have a major problem. So holding on to that pain for 2 weeks is okay. But after that, call the doctor. I highly recommend it. And of course, I like exercise. And we do that at the end of every show. We'll be doing that today. I'm a big fan of that. I've been exercising, probably many years anyway. We won't go into how many. But I do it because I know it helps. It's keeping my muscles strong and strengthening. And it makes my hands or my legs work easier. They're more agile. They're more convenient. So whatever you can do to gain that process, do it with your exercises. I can't stress it enough. It is so important. It's just something you don't want to let go. And just so that you know, I'm kind of jumping around today a little bit. Forgive me for this, but I've just had a million things going through my head this week. Starting November, or in November, around the 20th, I'll be doing my Christmas show that I do every year. Hopefully, we've got it all planned out, and the songs and everything. We'll be doing Christmas songs. And what I do is I go to a community facility, like a retirement center. And I invite all the guests, all the residents to come, and we sing Christmas carols. And then they get to say Merry Christmas to a family member. So if at the time you know somebody who will be here at Colony 3 in Worcester, Mass. In November all through December, please tune in and listen, and you may hear one of your family members wishing you a Merry Christmas. So I hope you'll tune in and listen to it, because it really is a fun time. I don't like talking about medicine or anything else. I just like everyone to have a good time. So we'll be doing that. Roughly, we're going to record it on the 20th, so it probably won't be out till the 25th of November, but we'll get it out as soon as we can. I want to try and have it out for Thanksgiving, but I can't promise. It just depends on, how everybody is doing, but we are working on it, just so that you know. So that'll be a fun thing to do as well, and I think you'll enjoy that. So that's one thing going on. And of course, it's Thanksgiving. One thing you should all do, and I hope you've already started, this is something I truly, I really believe in. I've been doing this for, oh, I don't know, as long as my children have been here and we're small. I do a shopping list the end of August or the first, oh, excuse me, on the 1st of September for Christmas. And then in September, I do all my Christmas shopping and I get it all done. And I'll tell you why I like doing it. Whether you go to the store or you just go online, doesn't matter. But what I find is you will find that the stores have just filled up their aisles and their merchandise, bought all their merchandise for the holidays and the winter. You will find every size in every color, every toy you can imagine out there, and they have plenty of them. And when you go in September and you shop in September, you get first pick. And it's really fabulous. I can't tell you. When I used to go shopping, it was easier because it wasn't crowded. I wasn't being pushed around by everybody. You know how that goes when you go to the grocery store at Christmas time. And I just loved it. So I go out in September, and I've been doing it every year ever since. And my shopping is all done, believe it or not. The only thing I got to do now is wrap it. And I'm going to pick up some wrapping paper maybe this month, October. And I'll do it. And then I'll have it all done. But it really is a godsend. You get to pick anything you want because they have a volume of the product, the clothing, they have the sizes, the colors. It is so much easier, I find, to shop at that time of the year. And it just makes life easier for you too. And the best part that I think is usually by Christmas, my charges are all paid off. So that's kind of my Christmas present to me. I paid off all my Christmas presents by Christmas instead of having them hang on till next March. But it really does work. I think try it. Just even if you just buy one gift this year to try it, see how it works. If you're looking for something, especially if you're looking for something very specific, you know, a particular color, a particular size, particular toy, whatever. Look for it now. If you can find it, grab it and just put it away. I used to do many things with them when I got them home. I knew they weren't safe in my house because the kids were there and they weren't wrapped. So what I would do is put the toys in my neighbor's garage. My neighbor always let me do that. I could go over there and stock up her garage with all the Christmas presents and keep them there. And then as I wrapped them, I brought them home and put them in the house. But I wouldn't bring them in my home until they were wrapped. You know, hopefully the kids didn't unwrap them, and I don't think they were, especially clothing. They don't care to open that, especially children. But, you know, they were more interested in the toys. But that worked for me. And I have to tell you, I saved a lot of money. I really did. I feel like I got the best of the best. And I was happy with what I got. And I think my children were, and my family members. So that's something you want to think about. It's October, so you better get out there and get going. So that's one other thing that you can do. But these are all things that, you know, that come up, and nobody ever talks about them, I find. And I'm a great believer in if you know something good, pass it on to somebody else. If you have a good recipe, if you have a good way of getting something accomplished, let me know. I'd love to hear it. So anyway, so doing that is how we go about it for Christmas anyway. And I find it's far more relaxing come Christmas. I'm not stressed over not being able to find what I was looking for. And I think you'd find it better too, because you can just kind of leisurely. I do it basically throughout the whole month of September. I don't just go one day and buy everything. I take my time. I go through the whole month. One weekend I may buy clothing, get all the clothing bought. And then another weekend I'll concentrate on the toys. But that's how I do it. And I find it very successful and very rewarding for me, not for my kids or family, but for me, because I'm not stressed, I'm not upset, I'm not rushing, and I'm doing it at my leisure, and that's what I like. I like to do it I like to enjoy my shopping, and I don't think you can enjoy your shopping if you're rushing and you're in a hurry. So, just for everybody to know and think about, I hope you'll try it and see how it goes. I think you'll find it very interesting. That's a project. I should have everybody do it and then email me and let me know how successful you were. Anyway, but and that's one other thing too. I want to discuss. If you would like me to talk about something specific, medically, handicap-wise, whatever. If you would write me at my email, I would be glad to try it and do it. If I find it's something I don't feel comfortable doing, I will most definitely let you know. But I love doing it. I love new ideas. And my email, and I'll give it again later before exercise, is jointly, JOINTLY, speaking, SPEAKING, podcast, PODCAST, at gmail.com. So it's jointly speaking podcast at gmail.com. So email me. I'd love to hear from you. If you don't like what I'm saying, let me know. If you like what I'm saying, let me know. The more input I get, the better I will be for you. I'm here to help. I really, truly believe that. I've just been through a situation this week. This is a good example. I'm going to tell you about it because this, to me, was the most upsetting. It happened last Thursday. Week of that I had been waiting almost 3 months to go to an eye doctor. He was a specialist, and I was waiting to see him, and finally they got me an appointment, and I was scheduled for last Thursday. And right now I'm in a wheelchair temporarily because of a leg brace. We're having trouble with it. And so I had to go in the wheelchair to the eye doctor. And we pulled up, and the van driver got out, and it was a lady, and she said to me, I'm going to go inside and find out how to get you inside because I'm not familiar with this building. And she didn't know whether to go in the front or the back. So she went in the front and asked him how, to get a wheelchair in. They pointed to a chair that is on the wall. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's a single seat that sits on the wall, and it goes up, and then you get out of it and walk off. Well, the problem is you can't bring your wheelchair with you. Your wheelchair has to stay downstairs. I couldn't go. So I had gotten there to see this eye doctor, who's a specialist, and I couldn't even get in his office. I thought that was terrible. It made me sick to my stomach, a doctor that didn't have accessibility. So my suggestion to all of you, everybody, if you're going to a new doctor, excuse me, darn it, even if you're using a walker or a cane, I don't care, or the wheelchair, call them before you go, a day ahead, if you have to, and ask them how you get into their building. Does it have an elevator, an escalator? What does it have? And then tell them, if you're in a wheelchair, that you're in the wheelchair, and is it accessible for that? Make sure you ask, because otherwise you're going to get there, you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to get upset. And it's not worth it, folks. It's not worth it, believe me. So I got there and couldn't get in there, so I wasted 3 hours riding around with the van because they were taking other people to different places. But I couldn't do anything. And I couldn't get to the eye doctor. So I had to cancel the appointment. I called, I yelled at the secretary. I let her have it. I'm sorry. I said, how come you don't tell people, have some way of letting us know that if we are in a wheelchair, that we can't get in the building, So I've had to get a new appointment now with another doctor. So now I just got the appointment yesterday. So after I finish the show today, I plan to call their office and make sure that my wheelchair can get into their office. But this is something you don't think about. You're in a wheelchair, you just assume, everybody's got elevators, escalators. They've got something, ramps, whatever. But that is not necessarily the case. And it is absolutely mind-blowing when it happens. I was totally in shock Thursday when I couldn't get into a doctor's office. Never in my life have I ever heard of anything like this. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to a new doctor, if you have any kind of apparatus that you use to get around, to walk with, call them and make sure it won't be a problem to get into their office. Okay? I just learned this and I'm passing it on to you because it really is important. And I mean that. It blew me away. But anyway, now you know, but you should ask. And that's a good point. I think a lot of us we don't ask because we just assume everybody has accommodations. That's not necessarily true. So please, I beg of you, if you have an issue, make sure you check with your doctor that you're going to be sure you get in. If you've been going to the doctor, your regular doctor, okay, you're fine. But if it's a new physician, please check it out. Any place that you have to go, if it's new and you've never been there, make sure, call them ahead of time and make sure that you can get into that building on, with your wheelchair or your walker, whatever. Okay? I just want to help you any way I can. And this was a biggie, let me tell you. It truly shook me up when I found out last week. It has loused me up. Now I have to wait another month before I can go to see the eye doctor. And I've got a problem with one of my eyes and I want it checked. So that makes me nervous. But that's life. Such is life. Anyway, just so that you know, I want you to be aware of it and take care of it. Okay? So that's one more thing that's happened in the last week. Let's see, what else has happened that's new? Not much. Oh, you know what I've been doing? I'm in an assisted living right now facility while my leg is healing. And I don't like all the meals they serve, but that's normal. Everybody's that way, right? So you have a kitchenette in your apartment. I have a regular apartment, and I have a little kitchenette here. So what I've been doing, I got some Stouffer's baked macaroni and cheese dinners, frozen dinners, and I keep them in the freezer because they're quick and easy. And if I don't like what they have upstairs, I can come down, put it in the microwave in a few minutes, and I've got my dinner. And that works for me. And that's something you could do. It's easy, convenient, anything like that. If you're in a retirement center or something like that, I'm sure most of you already have it and know about those things, but I'm learning. It's my first time. I've never had to come into a facility, and because of my leg, I've had to. And so it's been a learning lesson, but I like it. But it's kind of nice. I'm on the first floor, and I have a back door, which is nice. I can go out in the yard, in the backyard here, and that's kind of nice. It's just a field with grass, and there's trees on the other end. It's a nice, it's relaxing, let me put it that way. But what's neat about it, I should tell you, well, you have squirrels and birds, of course, you always have them. But there are deer, 3 deer that I have seen that roam up and down occasionally. I haven't seen them now for 2 weeks, but they come almost every day or every other day. You'll see them walk up the edge of the lawn by the trees. It's amazing to see, and they are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love looking at them. Forgive me, but I think deer are the most beautiful animal, and they just take their time and walk along, so that's good too. So anyway, that's life on the cherry farm. But anyway, but no, this is a very nice facility, and I'm very well cared for. I appreciate the help I get here, and I have my privacy as well. So that's kind of nice. You have your own living room, a kitchenette, a bathroom, and a bedroom, and it makes it very nice. So, and of course, I got my kitty cat that I made yesterday up in the craft department. I was just up there by accident, and I wanted to see what they were doing. And the girl said, "Well, come on in, you can make one." So I did. I'm also teaching exercises here, believe it or not, while I'm here. I do them on Mondays and Thursdays. We sit in a chair and we do range of motion exercises like I do with you at the end of the program. And I think this is great because they're getting the exercises here, and they need them because a lot of times they just sit in their apartments and they don't do much, and then walk to dinner, and that's about it. So they need to get up and walk more and exercise more and keep those muscles strong for when they use the shower, for when they're walking around the hallways, things like that. So I'm glad to be helping out, and I do it just for the fun of it. And I don't get paid or anything. I just do it because I love it, and I like helping people. So that's my thing. And I was trying to figure out a way, if anybody listening, this is something I really kind of wanted to talk about today, but I've been hesitant. I would like to raise money for a charity or several charities. I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I don't want the money to come to me because I don't want anyone to think I'm taking it. But I want it to go to facilities. If you have any idea of how we could raise money for the holiday, or maybe for February, from now through February, whatever, I don't care. I would love to hear from you. Please write me on the show, on the email, and let me know. I would love to hear any ideas that you can come up with and help me with and get me started on. I've never tried this, but I think it's a good thing to do, and I think people would appreciate anything that we do. So if we could come up with something, that would help, I am willing to do it. And I think that would be a good thing for you too as well. A $5 donation, and put it towards food, put it towards clothing. I don't care. I think food would probably be the best way to go. And just maybe we could do it per state. Like, however much money was donated to a charity in Massachusetts, in New York, in Washington, in California, in Texas, I don't care, Florida. But we could do that, or in Europe. Collect, donate, just donate money on your own. If you would just donate money on your own and give it to a food place, charity, and just let me know you did it. I would love it. I really believe in that, and I haven't because this is YouTube. I'm not quite sure how I would handle it if you sent it. So I'd rather you didn't. I'd rather you deliver it to whoever the charity is. I think that's the best way to go. And then $5, $10, whatever you feel you want to do for food. And I think that would help a lot of people for the holidays. So think about doing that. I think that would be a good thing to do. Hopefully. And, get that done. So that would be good. I just realized I haven't turned my telephone on yet this morning. I better get it on or I won't get any phone calls. I've been busy getting ready for the show here. But anyway, so that's good. So that's where we're at with that anyway. So think about doing something like that and just letting me know that you did it. I would be thrilled, and I'd be glad to announce it on the air, and let people know that we're doing it. And I think that's a good idea. So that's what we will do from now through December. $5 or $10 and donate it to your local charity for food to help the needy. Okay? I like that. That's a good one. Okay. Okay, well, today is Wednesday as I'm recording this. Dreary day out. No sunshine again. I'm getting sick of the rain, folks. Boy, am I sick of the rain. But that's life. Can't have it all the way. Anyway, so get that done. Let's see, what else is happening? Oh, gosh, there's so much. Oh, I'm working. This is something interesting I've never tried. I'd love emails from anybody who has any suggestions. I received kind of like a tablecloth from a lady the other day. It hasn't been finished. It's just a piece of fabric, but it looks like a tablecloth. It's a square piece, and all the decorations are around the 4 edges. I cut it up, and I'm making a quilt out of it for a little baby girl because it's got little kitty cats on it with watering plants and trees, and the kitty cats are carrying baby kittens, and they got dresses on. It's really cute, and I thought it would be great for a little girl, 2 or 3 years old. And the squares are bigger than I wanted, but I had to make them bigger because of the size of the cat. And then I put regular squares on it. And then what I'm going to try and do on the bottom is I'm going to put the numbers 1 through 10 on each. I'm going to put one number on each square so that she can learn to count to 10. I thought that would be neat. So I'm working on that. I haven't got the numbers done yet. I just ordered everything for it, so hopefully I'll get that. That's the one problem I've had, is getting the numbers done. I got the quilt almost finished on the top, but I couldn't get the numbers, so I'm working on the numbers. And I think now we've got that pretty much figured out, so I'll get them done, and then I'll put a backing on it, and then I'll give it to somebody or sell it. I don't care. It's actually not mine. I'm going to give it back to the lady who gave it to me and tell her to do what she wants with it, because I've enjoyed working on it, but I don't feel it's my place to sell it because she gave it to me. So anyway, we're going to try and do that and see how that goes. So that's kind of what's been going on. So anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful month, wonderful week. Hope everything's A-okay. And it is now going to be time to exercise. So we got to get ready for that, okay? Okay, So everybody get in your chair. Sit in a chair. Sit in a chair that has arms, please. I prefer you sit with arms because it's safer. Okay? Okay. Now, I want you to close your eyes, close your mouth, and I want you to inhale through your nose and fill up your lungs. So inhale, and then when you're filled, exhale through your mouth slowly, very slowly. It will actually take you longer to empty the air than it will to fill it. Okay? Okay, let's try it again one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Sorry, I can't do it when I'm trying to tell you how to do it. Okay. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale through your mouth. Okay. Are we ready to go? Okay. Sit up good and straight in your chair, feet flat on the floor. And I want you to, both feet together, I want you to raise your toes up. Keep your heel on the floor, but raise the front of your shoe if you've got them on, or just your feet, whatever you did. Raise your feet up, bring them back down. Bring the front of the foot up, and bring it back down. Bring your foot up, and bring it back down. There you go, you got it. Okay, now, with your right foot, I want you to lift your foot off the floor just a little bit, and I want you to make a circle with your foot. Just your foot, nothing else. Go to the right, 1, 2, and 3. Very good. Now go to the left, 1, 2, and 3. Very good. Okay, now take your left foot and do the same the same thing with your left foot. Go to the right, 1, 2, and 3. Go to the left, 1, 2, 3. Very good. Okay, now, everybody okay? Hello, Tina. She won't say hello.
Hi.
There she is. She said hello. She just said hello worldwide. Can you believe that? That's the most I've gotten out of her. She's afraid of you people. Anyway, okay, your right leg. Bring it out straight. Bring your right leg out straight and then lower it back down. We got to do my other eye. We got to go out to the right leg, bring it out straight in front of you, and then bring it back down slowly. Very good. Do the right leg again, bring it up, and lower it slowly so you have control of the leg. The leg isn't controlling you. Okay? Left leg, bring it up and bring it down slowly. Remember, you want to control the leg coming down. That's why you got to go slow. Bring it up and bring the leg back down straight. Very good. Okay, one more time. Let's go up and bring the leg back down slowly. 1. Real slow. It's real easy to do once you get the hang of it, but you have to keep doing it. That's the thing. And you should be exercising 3 times a week, folks. Just so that you know, 3 times a week is good. Okay? And you can break it up. You can do 5 in the morning, 5 in the evening, but try to get 10 repetitions in each time you do your exercise, okay? Okay, now let's put our knees together. Just gently, your feet are on the floor. Just put your knees together and very gently push your knees together. And if you do, you'll feel it come up through your thigh, up to the, pardon the expression, your groin area. Very gently. 1, and relax. Just very gently. 2, and relax. And 3, and relax. And there you go. Did you feel it? It's really quite good because we can't do the one I'd like to do for your hip. That one kind of supplements a little bit. It helps. Okay. The next one is your waist. We're at the, oh no, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Your buttocks. I want you to pinch or buttocks. There's no nice terminology, folks. I'm sorry. Your fanny, what you sit on. Pinch it together. Just pull it together. Pinch it. 1, and let it go. 2, and let it go. And 3, and let it go. Very simple, very easy. It's a good one to practice if you don't know how to do it. Okay. Now we'll do the waistline. Okay, you're sitting up straight. I want you to take your upper torso from your waist up and turn to the right. Gently and slowly. Okay? And then come back to the center and stop. Your face forward. Now go to the left and come back to the center. Always stop in the center. That's one thing people make a mistake on. They tend to, with your head and your tummy, they tend to continue, and you really shouldn't, because sometimes you can pull a muscle. Okay? So try to remember stopping. Go to the right. Come back to the center. Go to the left. Come back to the center. Okay? Everybody okay? Okie dokie. So let's just close our eyes for a minute and our mouth and take a deep breath through your nose, okay? Inhale and then exhale through your mouth. And relax. Okay? Inhale and then exhale when you're ready. There you go. Okay, very good. Okay, now let's start with our right arm. I want you to raise your arm straight up in front of you as high as you can and bring it back down. Very slowly. No rushing. Okay? Okay, up and down. Very good. Let's go up and down. Let's go up and down. Very good. Okay. Now take the left arm. Go up and go down. Raise it straight out, up and down. Bring it up and down. You got it. Very, very good. Okay, now take your head. Now be careful when you do this, please. Your head is straight in front of you. Very slowly move it to the right as far as you're comfortable with. Okay? And then bring it back to the center and stop. Okay? Then go to the left and bring it back to the center. Okay? Let's go to the right. One more time there. Bring it to the center. Go to the left and bring it back to the center. Doing good, doing good. All right, one more time, just for good measure. Go to the right, bring it back to the center. Go to the left and bring it back to the center. Very, very good. Okay, terrific, folks. That's great. Okay, I want you to shrug your shoulders. Bring them up, bring them down. Real easy. That's the best part. The easiest exercise we got. Bring them up and bring them down. One more time. Bring them up and bring them down. There you go. Very good. One more exercise. Very good. I want you to bring your shoulders back. In other words, you know how if you're in the army, they want you to stand up straight, shoulders back, all that good stuff. Okay, take your shoulders and bring them back so you're standing, like you're sitting straight in the chair. Okay? You may have to move yourself out from the back of the chair about an inch just so you can do it, but that's okay. Pull back, tighten those muscles, and then relax. That is a very good exercise for you because it works your shoulder blades through to your spine, your shoulders, and it will help you when you're lifting things and moving things with your arms. Go again. Bring them back and relax. Very good. One more time. Bring your shoulders back and relax. And that was good. But that's a good exercise to do anytime you can. Because it really serves multi-purposes, I believe. Okay? Okay, our next one, I want you to lay your hands flat on your lap and turn them over and collect your tips for today. Your gratuity, the money, okay? And then turn it over and dump it. Very good. Turn your hand over, collect your money, and turn it back down. Remember, you have to use that motion a lot, and it's good to keep it functioning for food, for collecting money when you do go shopping or something, or you're picking up something. This is an important movement. So take your hands, pull them over, turn them over. Sorry about that. Turn them over, collect your money, and then bring them back and down. And there you go. Very good. Now, I have one more I'd like to do with you today, which we don't do too often, but I like doing. I try to do it every so often with you. I want you to lay your hand flat on your lap. Keep your fingers close together. Make sure they're close together. They're straight and they're laying there flat. Now separate the fingers. Spread them apart. If you can. Spread them apart just by sliding them across your tummy or your leg, wherever your hand is. And then bring them back. Okay? And close it up. Very good. Let's try it again. Move your fingers out, spread them out. and then bring them back. It's hard to do if you're not used to doing it. I'll give you that. And it'll take practice. But when you're sitting watching TV during the commercials, you don't like watching commercials, so do an exercise. Do your fingers. Let's try it one more time. Spread your fingers apart and then close them up together. There you go. And you can do that anytime while you're watching TV. A lot of these exercises, in fact, all of them, you can do while you're watching a commercial. You don't want to buy anything they're selling anyway. You know what it's like. Okay? Got that done? Great. Okay. Very, very good. Now, that's it for today. I want to thank you. I hope you've had a great day. I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, go Christmas shopping early. Get it done. Show everybody how easy it is. Anyway, have a wonderful month. I will see you next month with my Christmas show. It probably won't be till later in the month, but we'll get it done, I promise. So we'll see you sometime in November. So have a wonderful time. Okay, take care. God bless. And remember, think positive. Okay? Bye-bye. Thank you.